It is well. Glory to Yahweh. Hallelujah. I rode a 75-mile national championship race today and suffered mechanical difficulties and still came to stand to preach. So nobody should be proud. Nobody can be more glad than this room this morning. And Teacher Errol promised to serve as my mechanic the next time around, so that should be easy. But this was a painful day for me to be on the road and watch my lead just drift away because my bicycle had issues. But that's the way of life. Life happens. Amen? That's the way it goes sometimes. I am so glad to be able to join you all. Apostle Joshua is back, so I should be with you consistently. Hallelujah. And so should Teacher Errol, who's both been back and forth, up and down the Carotene Highway, but we're here now. Amen? Hallelujah. Such a joy to have Bertha and all of the other children with me today. Glory. Hallelujah. We have an amazing discourse to have this morning. This afternoon, sorry. I still think I'm encouraged with that. I'm not sure how many persons will survive, but we see how long we can last today. We're still talking about love. My Bible, please, my iPad seems to be doing something that is interesting. And for a different preacher, I begin to bind and loose and shatter and ego the devil, but this is technology. I don't know what I'm doing today. Thank you so much. This is plan B. Is Facebook okay?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. Alright, the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 26. Are we there? Remember we talked about last week? Good. This is where the betrayal now is supposed to show up. And we're still talking about love, by the way. But today we're going to have a discussion, or I'm going to speak to you, for us to really examine how we react to persons that love us in certain situations. So, since most church folk who've been saved for 5 years or less, especially 5 and above, you always have to have a topic from the preacher. I don't know why. But since you asked someone, we talk about love in your assignment. Love in your assignment. Now my cameraman never puts the topic up on the screen for whatever reason. Because I don't give up before. I'm sure they want to got a mic now. Love in your assignment.
Amen.
Boy, today can be serious. Alright. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 26, verse number 44. Leaving them again, he, Yeshua, went off and prayed a third time, saying the same words, which is, Father, if it is your will, let this cup pass. In other words, don't let me experience what I have to experience. But of course he said, nevertheless, not my will, but your will. See, King James said, some people's blood is saying dying. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 26, verse number 44. From there, the Messiah was prepared to do what the Father wanted, because he said, I love my Father and my Father loves me. He said, my life or my sustenance, my meat, is to do the will of my Father. Is that what he said? Alright. Mr. John, you ready with some garniture for me, please? If you see me start shaking and rock, I'm hungry and I gotta eat, because I ain't eaten since after riding 80 miles. Is it okay for me to eat some chicken? I thought, I know sure people are very funny now. I don't lose anointing by food. Food may be very anointing. I ask you a question, is it okay with anybody offended if I eat this and focus on it? See teacher, I said, oh, alright, fine.
You might lose the anointing.
You better eat something.
You gotta get a ring of that. Hey, man, listen here, the Lord is in this place. You know what I want? Now, the people in Crypto will give me coconut water. Get my, thank you, this looks good. Thank you so much. This looks good. This give me some good food today. Let me ready for y'all. You may be getting you in trouble today. Alright. The Messiah said that his whole life, his purpose for living is to do the will of his Father. Am I right? Did he love his Father?
Yes.
Alright. Did the Father love him?
Yes.
Be careful. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. So don't answer me too fast. But you know the answer, that's why I answer so positively. That's good. Did Messiah love his Father?
Yes.
Did he hear this? I'll answer this and this now.
Yes.
Did the Father love him?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So the Father who loved his Son, remember Yochanan 3:16, right? For Yahweh loved the Son so much. He loved the world, which are his people, not the whole planet, that he gave his only Son. Gave, and pastors like talk about this with money. Yeshua wasn't money, he was a person. He was Elohim, which is Yahweh with us. He was Emmanuel, which is Yahweh with us, or God with us, sorry. Elohim with man. So Yahweh, when it speaks to giving his Son, it literally talks about a sacrifice. And you know he went through Easter time as it talked about. Passover, Pesach. Where he was beaten, spat upon. And this way it's coming to our minds here today. The Father who loved his Son gave his Son to experience what Brother Elton was talking about. Something that he was not guilty of. Or the punishment for something that he wasn't guilty of. It pleased the Father for our Messiah to be whipped, to be scourged, as they call it, for people to spit on him, and for them to finally nail him to a stake. The Father was okay with that. Say, love in my assignment.
In my assignment.
How many of you in the room, I'd like to ask you a question because it makes you think, are prepared to be loved by Yahweh to that extent?
Lord.
You go to the cross. But he spoke to us to say that our love for him and our obedience to him and in choosing us will result in the world hating you and persecuting you while you are on assignment. Where then comes the notion that we are supposed to pray for deliverance when we go through persecution? The person who loves you and gives you an assignment to perform sometimes or always gives you it knowing what will happen to you while you do it. Let's go to the text and see something. So verse 44 or 45, he said, then he came to his disciples, Talmidim, disciples, and said, for now, go on sleeping. Take your rest. Look, the time has come for the Son of Man to be betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up. Let's go. Here comes my betrayer. Love in my assignment. While Yeshua was still speaking, Yehuda, one of the 12 disciples, came, and with him a large crowd carrying swords and clubs from the head priest and elders of the people. The betrayer had arranged to give them a signal. The man I kiss is the one you want. Grab him. He went straight up to Yeshua and said, Shalom, Rabbi, and kissed him. Yeshua said to him, friend, do you want to do what you came to do? Friend, not your Judas, not your backstabber. He called him his friend. Why? Remember the topic. Yehuda was a friend of the Messiah because he was fulfilling or helping the Messiah to fulfill his assignment. He called him his friend and he said, you betrayed me with a kiss, but you're still my friend. Because although you have betrayed me, you're still helping me on my assignment. As long as if you're still here. So what did they do? Then they moved forward and laid hold of Yeshua and arrested him. Now this is just a summary of the Gospel. It's called the Synoptic Gospels. So they're summarizing things and different writers have different bits of information to present. But this one I want you to see. At that, verse 51, one of the men with Yeshua, who's Kepha, reached for his sword, drew it out, and struck at the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. Verse 52. Yeshua said to him, put your sword back. What did he say to Yehuda, who kissed him? Friend. Why would you rebuke Kepha, who's defending you? Let's come to today's church, and y'all better be honest with me. Which of the two will you call your friend? Thank you, Deacon Joseph, because I know everybody will answer. Which one? The one who wants to defend, thank you, Teacher Aaron and others, the one who wants to defend you. You know we call that loyalty. Yes. Yeshua called that hindrance. So don't feel that because somebody is standing up for you, they're standing in the right position of Yahweh's will for your life. Don't you dare get confused. Love is not always about defending you. Love is sometimes about allowing you to know that which your Father has set up for your life. We talk about love and assignment today, because if you don't know your assignment, you'll be impressed by people who defend you. But if you know your assignment, you'll sometimes be offended by defenders. Ah! Yeshua told Kepha, put your sword away, man. Chill out. Because you are a hindrance to my assignment. Yehuda, you betrayed me, but you're my friend. Because my friend had to betray me for me to be turned over to these people. Kepha, you are an enemy of righteousness. Because you're trying to stop that which my friend has initiated. You know how many of you in this room on Facebook are still mad at people that they didn't stand up for you? When they shouldn't have in the first place? Why must someone defend you from that which the Father has planned for your life? If you have Facebook and you want to type this so I can remember it for the rest of my life as well. Those who are on your side are sometimes in your way. Yes. Let me say to you again. Those who are on your side are sometimes in your way when it comes to your assignment. Watch for people who always try to get you to reason before you obey. Thank you, sir. Which one of the part? The first part? Those who are on your side are often in your way. And then I said, watch for people who do what? who try to get you to reason before you obey. They always have a wise approach to your being obedient. If Yahweh says to do it, no human being must advise you to be wise and don't do it. Oh Lord have mercy. He knows why he told you to walk away from person X or church X. And they want to tell you that you are walking away from being a pastor and coming here to being nothing. When did you become nothing? When did you ever become nothing in Yahweh's eyes? And when did a position in church make you something?
Never. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
The truth is some of you have the wrong title.
So true. So true.
Thank you, Sister Jill, because they're going to answer me this afternoon. I told you they're going to be hard, but maybe drink Gatorade, it does something to my spirit. Listen, you may have had the wrong, most often and more often than not, you had the wrong title. Because erroneous eyes promoted you to keep you in their presence. And Yahweh said, come here. Let's be taught. Let's revisit the word. Let's get the truth from the word so you can see what I call you to do. Glory, hallelujah. And they're saying to you, it is not wise to follow a preacher of truth. Think about your reputation. You really want to be seen as somebody who has all these issues surrounding your life because of who you follow? All of us are in the room and we know what the CCJ said. In Pride Month. I love you, Yahweh. He is so amazing. He chose the Pride Month to let the president see exactly what I said would bring him down. Pride Month. When sodomites are illegally, they start back down now. And they watch me all the time on Facebook, all the time. Is there any sodomite in the room, by the way? Let me check again. Anybody came to visit? Because I was supposed to come a long time. We ain't sure yet.
They got the guts.
Man, you're not sure of this monster, man. Please. You could have come to there when I'm tired and you should win the fight. Careful, say what? But the CCJ, the Caribbean Court of Justice, ruled that Charitas, his yes was valid.
Yes.
Yes.
And he said yes 3 times. Yes, yes, yes. He said yes, yes, yes. I said yes and I changed my mind.
Yes.
That's 4 times.
Yes.
They ruled that the government in essence are hypocrites. You can't have him on your side all the time, breaking the law all the time, and then suddenly when he said yes, you discover he's a dual citizen. They ruled that of course you know Jacob Chairman, most you know the rule.
Yes.
But they also ruled that the next legal thing for the president to do is to hold an election prematurely in Pride Month. Someone reached out to me in the week and said that she was on the streets of somewhere in Linden, I think it was. And the same false person they talk about, now they say they should listen to Apostle London. They should listen to that man now.
No.
Another said, I've been asking when, Apostle, when y'all going back on the street? Because the gays ain't stopping. When? What? Apostle Thomas brought something to my attention I didn't realize yet. We marched twice in Linden. 2. Twice in Georgetown. Once in Caribbean, that's 5. 5 represents grace. And I didn't realize when Yahweh told me, stop, no more. What he was saying. Stop, don't go again. 5 times here in the streets of Guyana, and now the church is asking, why y'all don't go?
It's territorial.
Oh, so what happened to them?
But Apostle, I'm waiting
evangelicals quiet. They can't take it. Prophet Messiah, when he must have heard the prophecy that was given, because he went and said on camera, there will be no confusion in Guyana. That's before the ruling now. There will be no confusion. Long time before the Chief Justice anybody ruled. Don't worry about that, there will be no confusion. Well, we call this. Because the CCJ rule. And other politicians are saying, we don't have to go by what they say, so why submit to them?
Mass confusion. Mass confusion.
But I said that to tell you, look at how Yahweh works. When he gives you an assignment, and you hate it for obeying it, don't ever say it is unwise to be obedient. Say what he told you to say. Saints, if you are unprepared to be hated, you are not a saved person. Yes, I've said it. If you are unprepared to be hated, Holy Spirit is not inside you. Because he comes within the vessel to prepare the vessel for that which surrounds them in the world. You don't go looking for trouble, but it finds you all the time. So the Messiah told Kepha, put your sword back, verse 52, where it belongs. For everyone who uses a sword will die by the sword. Don't you know that I can ask my Father, and he will instantly provide more than 12 armies of angels to help me? Why did Yeshua ask the Father? Yes, Brother E.
Apostle, in the text, Yeshua was on his assignment. And well, his friend Yehuda had to do what he had to do.
Right.
Now, the people that came with Yehuda to help fulfill Yeshua's assignment was the church and the state being together.
Right.
Now, if you look at Guyana right now, these silent preachers suggest that the church is supporting what the government is doing and what the government is upholding.
Right.
Now, the man with the assignment is you preaching righteousness to the nation. So, we see the church and the state coming against Yeshua.
Wow.
And we see the church and the state coming against righteousness, you and us, the saints here today.
Wow. Wow. What an observation. Thank you so much. And that's the truth.
On that note, Apostle, I'd like to say when you weren't here last week, but they celebrated Pride Day at our workplace. Friday. But I guess you heard news. 200 of our staff, they're going home from the 26th of next month because one of our number one clients pulled their contract from us. So over 200 persons will be laid off from our BPO.
Wow.
And so we had Pride Day on the 18th. Well, I wore my black dress. And there were lots of other staff who wore black, who didn't wear black. They wore mauve, brown, but nobody came with the rainbow colors. But that was, and I told my manager, I said, whoever did this, I said, it's a slap in God's face.
Wow.
I said, it's an insult. And she literally held my chin and said, Shalani, you're too vocal. I said, no. I said, it is wrong.
Wow.
I said, and once we can entertain this again, I said, we can go this like this on we face.
Right.
So, 200 of them.
200?
Wow.
Why this here? Wow. If this country doesn't wake up, I don't know what to cause them to be awake. Yahweh, the Facebook is still live, girlfriend? You still good? You still okay? Yahweh raises kings up and presidents and he puts them down. This one is not yet. If you have the world, if they have learned from Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, they will learn from anybody else. Everybody was sure that Clinton would win the election because Trump was stupid. He got sense. But Yahweh said to the U.S., since you're so smart to tell man to go with man, woman with woman, and say you could identify as what you want, I will cause you to be led by a fool. And you in Guyana can't see what coming your way yet. Our assignment is critical.
Yes.
Our righteous stance is critical.
Yes.
We have to at least understand today that this ministry's assignment is to be marked in this nation for being a righteous people. You better know this now. So it means you are marked for hatred. You're marked for people crazy. You're marked for people thinking that they have to defend you because they love you. Let me tell the church, I don't need defenders. I need help along the way. I need co-laborers. I need partners to work with us and do what we have to do. I don't need defenders. For Yahweh is my shield and Yahweh is my defense.
Hallelujah. Amen.
And I can't pass to tell people, oh, nobody showed up to help me, I'm so alone. I don't do that kind of foolishness. We believe in all of our hearts that He knows the path of the righteous. The steps of the righteous are ordered by Yahweh. So anybody who comes to interfere with your steps are interfering in your righteous walk with Yahweh. And Kepha was doing that. Yeshua said to him, don't you know I could call my father now, at this moment, and have 12 dozen armies, a dozen armies of angels come to help me? But I wouldn't call them. Yes, Sister Al.
Apostle, I think that the word that you were given today, at least for me, it hits home. Because
Hallelujah.
I was in a place recently where I felt as if I had to make certain moves and I had to do it right away.
Right.
But you know, I had people counseling me. You know, I got different counsel, and then somebody was trying to tell me like, oh, you know, you have to be wise. You know, you have to make sure that certain things are in place, and everything was stacked up, lined up. But this in place thing will take a while. You know,
Right.
it can't happen overnight. So I was in a place that was no shucks, you know. Maybe I might be hasty, and maybe I have to do these steps and you know, set myself right and do all of that.
Right.
But when I hear this word today,
Wow.
I know that I guess the prompting that I was getting, I need to do what I have to do.
Wow.
And stop looking at my so-called friends or whatever and act.
Yahweh is faithful. Wow. Wow. Say, hear me. Let's talk about this today, get this right. Watch this. If ever you understand what is right, what is the right thing to do, you understand, you know what it is. And your eyes are turned toward doing that which is the right thing. And people tell you, consider doing something else. Where is the advice coming from?
Right.
Now, if you don't know the right thing to do, then you have to have counsel.
Correct.
Watch this. There's a text, Sister Nono, that most of y'all in this room have heard for most of your life, and you got you in trouble, and you fix it today. When you are given an assignment, some folk who don't know Scripture well will tell you, seek multiple counselors, and they give you a text. To say, in the multitude of counsel, they say, you ever heard that statement?
Yes.
I knew you would have heard it. And the notion is, let me find as many people as possible to talk to,
Yep.
so I can know what to do. Isn't that what you think? Here's the problem. How many of you have ever had multiple counselors tell you the same thing? You normally have, in reference to the church environment, this one tell you this, somebody got another word, somebody think you have to reconsider, somebody think you need to take some time, somebody think you need to act now, and you're going around with multiple counselors, and what's your problem? You seek so many counselors that you fail to obey the assignment. Because you delay what you're told to do. The scripture was actually telling you, Shlomo was talking. First of all, he was talking about warfare. Pay attention. He's talking from a military perspective. What do you mean? You look at every nation, every commander-in-chief across the world right now, what they do. Even in the military, the head of the army. They sit and have counsel about the war strategy. It is not a church statement about if you should obey Yahweh. It's about how you strategize to win a battle. I hope you're getting this. It isn't saying if Yahweh tells you, go down to Border Market and give somebody $1,000, you must seek multiple counselors to know if you should do it. So that text in itself is specifically inclined to help persons understand, or you see it every day in your life. Whenever there's a major war, literal war to be fought, there are generals in the army who sit and say, this is what we should and shouldn't do. In America, they call it the Oval Office, and you sit and you talk. The safety there means that the leader of the battle will not rush into war without advice. This has nothing to do with your personal walk. Why am I saying that to you? Read the church's instruction. Yahweh, through Shaul, told the saints, follow me as I follow. So how are you getting multiple counsel now? Shaul told Timothy, there are persons who are stiff-necked, stubborn, don't listen to instruction. They are hard-headed. 2 Timothy 3, in the last days, terrible times will come. What he told him? From such people turn away. Why need multiple counsel for that? He told Titus, if they don't teach what I say and what you say, don't even tell them good morning. You need multiple counsel for that? No. Watch where the trouble comes. Many people seek apostolic or pastoral counsel. Apostle, what am I supposed to do? And if you are given apostolic counsel and instruction, how do people tell you in the multitude of counsel and safety? Do you see the trap?
Yes.
What happens in those cases is that many times someone tries to find an agreeing voice.
Right. That's what it is.
Because they don't like the instruction of itself. And on the other side, persons think that they have to advise you based on what is wise. So you wouldn't make an injurious decision. You wouldn't hurt yourself. Because after all, Yahweh is wise enough to tell you to do something and let it settle. How many military leaders are in the room? 0. How many heads of state are in the room today? 0. How many of you are called the brigadier of the army? 0. So where you find this battle from to fight? I know they come to this number. We wrestle not against. You don't need multiple counsel to deal with the demon. This word has already been given to us to know how to deal with what is right and what is wrong. The Spirit of truth was given to us, and what He's called. Y'all better have what He's called. He's called the Spirit of counsel. He gives you counsel. He leads you into all truth. You are Hakkadim just need multiple counselors. He leads you into all truth. And He speaks through His servants. So there are those who show up to defend us. Look at this. Because they love us. Saints, I hope you'll get this afternoon. I'm getting it so far. Many people who try to defend you do it because they love you. They love you, they won't defend you. So they try their best to show you, I got your back. I am on your side and nobody can do anything to you. And we say, boy, this is a dear friend. This person's a true brother, a true sister. And Yahweh say, enemy of righteousness.
Right.
Hindrance.
Hallelujah.
I had
No.
sessions recently with folks in my neighborhood. Well, we spoke about my eldest son.
Right.
And one of them, she said to me, she said, you know, I like your son. And I know you believe in God, but you need to step out. So I said, step out and do what? said, I don't have to go anywhere. I serve a God, and God will do for him
Wow.
according to his will. So I told him, I told her, I said, if you like him more than me, I said, why don't you step out and take me? And she said, no, I can't do that.
But you could do it though.
I must do it. I said, no. Like 2 nights later, one of them, she saw me coming and she said, not to be up in your business, but you ever tried going out to help your son? I said, going out where? She said, no, you know God, but you could carry too. I said, I know God.
Wow.
And the God that I know,
Wow.
he can solve any issue. So this is just the time for my son to just endure what he's enduring,
Right.
for me to endure what is going on. And when it's God's time, if he will fix it, he will fix it, if it's in his will.
Right.
So, but I'm saying, but if you love me so much and you love me, but I
Look
don't
at
want to
that.
step out, why don't you step out?
Look at the counsel you're getting. Step up, please go through me, man. What's a voodoo worker? Joel Mugulu.
No, but I am hearing too much here and listening
Wow.
and getting so much food here. Why must I go to regurgitate the food? Good food, nourishment.
Man. Listen. I tell you again, he knows the path you must take. He knows. Everything that happens in your life, Yahweh knows the path you must take. He has ordered your steps. Nothing in your life is surprising to Yahweh. Watch this. That includes your inconveniences. He knows the path you must take. Yes, sister. They can't hear you.
What keeps me going is this. The fruit of rock happiness, love, peace, temperance, patience. If you do not go through certain situations, how would you know you have patience? How would you know that you have love? So you have to go through the testings and trials so you can be strengthened, because that's what the word says.
Why are you in the spirit today?
You go take a position to bring it to subjection.
There you go, you're in the spirit too, but this one says to you in the spirit. Let me get it straight to you. He knows the path he must take. Does he know it? Is he sure about it? Okay. Then he love his son.
Yes.
Did the son love him?
Yes.
And in this loving relationship, he says, you're going to go through this. But the Elton was in the spirit today as well. In going through it, he knew that somebody said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthana, which is what? My God, why have you forsaken me? Which means you did not defend me.
Yes, correct.
Because defending you is not my assignment in this moment.
Right.
The church would have said, that is not love. Apostle, you don't love me. For if you love me, have you ever heard of pastor appreciation when they normally say?
Yeah.
And prophet appreciation? Pastor is always there for me. That is not a good thing to say. If you understand the pen this afternoon. Most people find the preachers being faithful, loyal, committed because he reacts to their emergency. When I call you, pray. And once you pray, something good happens, you're a man of God. So if I say I'm not praying, what am I? You don't have care. You don't have compassion. I'm going to find another preacher. I always knew there was something funny when I go to London.
He must be fake.
He must be fake. He doesn't have love. He's so aggressive. Look to Gerald.
More than that, the serious note, and as callous as it may sound,
Go ahead and give
a
it
lot of
to
the
me.
people who, these pastors, if you call them that, a lot of these guys are literally, actually in essence, providing a service.
My Lord
They are
of
not
mercy.
delivering the word of God. They are
Wow.
providing a service.
Yes.
And if you provide a service, obviously, you have to do what people are paying you ask you to do.
Customer service. Boy, this is serious. Thank you, Yahweh. I didn't see it that way, but it makes sense. They're training customer service relations. Sister Zolian is up. Right. So when you call, they have to speak to the customer.
That's right.
That's why they tell you have to pay for the difference. Go ahead, Sid.
That is true that they're providing a service, but I mean, it's dangerous to say that they're always, if it's not possible for them to always be there. Anyway, they're insulting Yahweh.
Wow. Wow. So many people have not continued to follow me because I don't react to emergencies. Yes, Michael.
A pastor asked me, said, Brian, how you feeling? I said, a dog is a dog, and a dog must be treated like a dog. I said, sorry for my dog, you for back and bite you. I
Right.
said, Brian, you're so rash. I said, play in the straight.
There you go. There you go. Man, here. When we understand that our lives are set on a course by our Father, let me tell you why Sister Mel isn't so much as people who are happening this afternoon. Yahweh knows that within some of us, there could be a code that says, those who defend me are on my side. Most people think that way. And those who betray me are my enemies. He has to get that out of you. How does he get it out of you? All right, then he puts you in a position whereby you have to face something.
That's right.
So the grand pass a chair for me, please. Come on and black chair. Let me a chair. You have to know who to sit in front. Because thank you so much. Church, for me to see what the word patience means all the time. So Ruach HaKodesh produces as the fruit means. In us, patience. That's what fruit means. What is produced out of him being present. For you to develop or produce patience, he has to ensure that you are trained to sit when situations come to you that you don't like. And don't move until the situation passes you by. If somebody defends you when you're learning patience, you have failed the test. Because the lesson is, you don't move until you go through, or that which I've sent to you goes through you. And you have to change your position. But if you get up from here and say, I've been persecuted, so I will follow my friend to a safe place, Yahweh says you haven't learned your lesson yet. Because wherever he positions you to go through something is where you belong. Regardless of what's happening around you, take a seat and say, when this situation is over, I shall be in my position. Look how many people pick up their chair like in the Bahamas used to carry chair in church. In the old days, they pick up a chair and you're gone. So you don't want to talk to her for me. I tell you my husband gave me trouble, and instead of you're telling me something else, you want me to go through? No. I find another pastor. I find another place of fellowship. And they always get a deep sleep. When the Lord has let shut up. Apostle, I was in prayer. And I see God shifting me to somewhere else. No, you are impatient. If he tells you, get up and leave, get up and leave. Don't say, I'm deceived if I do it now. No. Inconveniences in obedience is not your issue. Disobedience is a problem. As long as you are obedient and there's inconvenience, Yahweh is right there. Saying, learn through the process. I've got you in the process, and you will not fail for being obedient. Go ahead, Brother Jim. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Apostle. Thank you.
Bless you.
Yeah. I was going through a situation like this. I work on a bus with a man. He said he's a Christian. And he goes to church, but he's obviously like. But today we was reasoning concerning certain things that I keep insisting about Yahweh and Yeshua.
Right.
And pressing his name on. And this word was like to me, well, you don't know people is this word was to me, I must let people let them live how they choose to live.
Wow.
Let us serve who the master because the whole world serving Yahweh, y'all has been about 10,000 hours, 5,000 hours, so on. Y'all let up Jim Jones. I said to you, God, broad is the road that leads to destruction.
There you go.
All the Jesus people that we follow going to the road of destruction. We are few years. The numbers related to righteousness. The fighting the road is harder to find. But what amazed me with you and the teaching is when you tell dangerous now that I listen to the message in Caribbean where you tell sometimes we must leave some people alone.
Right.
And the last message in Caribbean I was listening to.
Right.
But what is it to struck me there now? I was telling myself in a way that Yahweh, please let me get the next one because I don't need you with this man and Jesus and the fighting me up with the word. But what you just teach me there with patience.
Wow.
Maybe you got me there for a purpose.
Yes. Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Right.
Right.
For you.
Yahweh be praised. Bless you, bless you. Our life is not always about convenience.
Right.
A day is coming. And that's why Scripture talks about us seeing our Yeshua. We be delivered from this earth. While you're in it, you have to interact with all kinds of people. And you have to go through all manner of stuff. Because, watch this carefully. We have a Father who wants to keep hope in us. Hope of looking for our Messiah. How does he do that? You must go through hardship. You must dislike this world. So that you will always be eager to say, even now come Yeshua. Because you want to see him. That's why your life is surrounded by trouble. We weren't saved to live convenient lives. Yes, Sister Mary. There you go. Everybody want the easy way out. Enjoy your best life. No, you can't have no best life now. Never. Joel Austin is a joker. Your hardest life must be lived now. Your toughest days are faced now. And you are not supposed to be on assignment. And trouble shows up and you say, well, get me out of this. Let me take you to the text so we can go home. Shaul was on assignment in Barnabas, I think it was, on Silas. And there they were, he went silent, they were preaching and doing the right thing, and there was an uproar in the city. And these two apostles were arrested for preaching the truth. They were taken into jail after the people lost the money with the girl who had a spirit divination. And the scripture says that while they were bound hand and foot and in jail, you're not no comfortable bed then in those days. It was an inconvenient moment for doing what they should have done. And in the moment where they were being inconvenienced, they had something to say. I hope you'll get this afternoon. In an inconvenient place, they had a song. Glory! They were able to sing and praise Yahweh because when you are on assignment, you don't need defense. All you need is to have a heart that says, I will do what you say. And if inconveniences come my way, I will still do what you say. And in the jail, you all know the text. When they were singing and praising Yahweh, suddenly there was a shaking. And there was a shaking because Yahweh said, what this now? I did not send the earthquake to deliver you. He said, I didn't send the earthquake in the prison to deliver you. But apostle, the chains broke off their hand. The chain broke off their feet. Isn't that Yahweh defending them? No! free them so they could free the jailer. Glory, hallelujah. Somebody had no chains, but he was bound. They had chains, but they were free. And he said, I have to loose your hands, so he could think he's in trouble. So when he looked around, he said, all right, then this jail prison door open, everybody gone, let me kill myself. The freedman said, no, don't do that. We right here. How could you be free from shackles and stick around? Hallelujah. Because deliverance is not your focus. Your assignment is your focus. We like too many conveniences in life. Sometimes you have to stay in the prison to rescue him. Who had you there? Glory to Yahweh. Oh, and the jailer said, I might just die. He said, don't kill yourself, man. We right here. We ain't going anywhere. All of us still here. From that one response, his immediate question was, what must I do to be saved? They didn't talk about Yeshua yet. They said, yet. They didn't say, thank you, Father, for deliverance. Nothing. Nobody mentioned one thing about your soul is in danger, you're in trouble, give your life to Jesus. None of that. There you go. Nobody said, repeat after me. None of that.
That's right.
This man did not hear the gospel. He saw the mind of those who preached it. That you don't feel you got so much power over me that as soon as I'm free, I'll run from you. Can I help you before you go this afternoon? Sometimes in life, Yahweh is preparing some of you all in this room. That when you get out of what you want to get out of, he said, don't run yet. Before you leave, stand and face that which God held you captive. Stand and face those who thought they had power over you and tell them, I ain't moving from here yet. When I see you broken and walk, somebody get that. You got some men who feel they could do what they want with your life. Tell you what they want to tell you. Some women as well, some family members. They could be up in your face all the time. And all you say is, God, get me out of this, please. Yahweh, Father, Yahweh, let me run. No, he said, don't run anywhere. I am giving you patience so that when the day comes and the shaking comes and they tell you, hey, you run around and say, I have not left the house. I'm right here. I am here because you need me. I didn't never needed you. You need me now. Hallelujah. I am here and I'm not afraid of you. Watch this. Shaul and Barnabas and Silas knew that the chains were off their hand. The man saw the chains off their hand. He never said, sir, I'm asking a favor, please. I know preachers today. Since I delivered you and you're saved now, can you just talk to the boss so we could be free? No. Because he would never feel that the chains were so important. They didn't negotiate their freedom. They said, you must be saved. You must be free. Because we were in here because you have to be free. And your household, which is everybody in the prison that you had to talk to you over, had to be free. Now that all the others are free, you recognize the power who has us here. You feel the jailer stupid? Your freedom doesn't always come from man telling you, go your way. It sometimes comes from your standing up to tell them, I'm still here. And when they're done with you, that's when they can walk away. You don't have to send me anywhere. Bless his holy name. The Messiah said that he could have called up to the Father. And the Father would have sent angels to bring him freedom. But he said something, if you read the text. He said, if I did that, how could the word of the prophet be fulfilled? My God. He knew the right that he had. But he knew the assignment he was on. And he said, although I have the right to call heaven, my assignment is not about my being free. So I would not call my father. I shall be quiet. I know the angels would be sent, but they will be where they are. And I will allow myself to go through the situation because a prophet has to be proven to be true.
Amen.
Lord have mercy this afternoon. The modern church doesn't understand prophets. They can't. Because if they do, they will never reactivate it to Yahweh's word. And my assignment is for you to not be among the modern church. You'll be the true church and modern church. The true church understands the power of Yahweh's word through a vessel. If you know that Yahweh has said it, you should never think that you're being free from it and making a prophet look false is better than saying, no, you be true. Yahweh, if I have to be inconvenienced so that the prophet can be true, let it be so. Glory to his name. I got one amen. Yeshua said, somebody before I was born said something about this moment right here. And because that person said it, I will ensure I go through what I go through. So the prophet could always be true. Amen. The word of the prophet doesn't come from the prophet. It comes from Yahweh. So Yeshua knew that if my father spoke through that person years ago, and now I'm in a position where I could call my father to change my circumstance, I ain't calling him. Do you see the power of prophetic words? Because if you know where they come from, your convenience doesn't matter. We are a prepared people. And we are prepared to love in our assignment. And while we love in our assignment, it means that there are times and there are days when you would want to think, Father, you have abandoned me. You're not around me. Everybody else seems to have a better walk and more convenient lifestyle. And he said, I've not abandoned you. I position you to learn through inconvenience. I've set you in a place whereby you will understand that I know the way you take. I've assigned you to take this way. And for as long as I am your father, you will learn that my will for your life is always superior to your conveniences in life. And anybody who feels that they're supposed to come in your space and counsel you out of doing what Yahweh said you should, from this day forward, they need to understand your voice that says, put your soul back. Stop it. Put the soul back. Why do you say that, Apostle? This is called the soul.
Yes.
And if you got church friends, when Yahweh tells you to do something, they come with a sword. But according to the Bible, have you ever met people like that? They like to find a scripture verse to change your instruction and change your focus. This too, Kepha said it. He said the things of Shaul are very difficult to understand. And unlearned and unskilled people use it to their destruction. Don't feel everybody open the Bible as your friend. No. Some folk are sent with a sword to stop you from going to what Yahweh said you should. Don't listen to anyone who tells you that you must turn away from being obedient so your life could be better in terms of convenience. Your assignment is what you must focus on. Whatever he told you to do is what you must focus on. Whatever you're going through is not what you should focus on. Just do what he said. That is how I live my life says. I do what he says. As much as they want to hate me. 55 anti-man after Nigel, and doesn't bother me. I tell you already, I could never fear a man who takes a penis in his rum. That's a fact. I'm telling you as a little boy, I cannot see myself fearing a sodomite. For what? all these threats. And pastors are calling me to advise me, be careful. Be cautious. These people are dangerous. No, they're sick. They're dangerous. They're dangerous in terms of carrying disease. But you cannot be fearful of stupid people. Now we have a situation, if it's true, it's sad. And I hope Guyana takes note. This Melly story, where she spoke about Balman Singh Hospital. And the police showed up at her door, it's reported, and want to take her company and all of that because the hospital says she spoke about them on social media. Do you know what we play with in Guyana? If that is true, to be under arrest for talking of your experience at the hospital? What happened to freedom of expression? That is a United Nations Human Rights Declaration. You are free to express your thoughts. The Constitution, I think, is Article 149 in Guyana, says every citizen has the right to express themselves, which includes disagreeing with the government. If this country, because they didn't realize that I spoke, they pulled the bill back quick. When they tried it before, they said that anybody who speaks against the government will be arrested. I said, hell no. Never. No! You are raised in a dictatorial system, whereby if I don't agree with you, you lock me up. Then Ramatan said, okay, yeah, because I was given reliable information, very reliable information, that whenever the name Nigel London is mentioned in the government circles, the first thing they say is, oh, that serious pastor that went to the street of March against them sodomite. I'm glad I'm known for that again. Amen. That's what I mean. Because I'm labeled as a serious pastor. I know what the rest are. Yes, brother.
Apostle, the other day I saw an article in the Guyana Times about some 100 and something infringements by the media houses. But when I read through the article, no one was fined, no one was sanctioned, no one was taken off the air. But you spoke against criminals and you were taken off the air.
Thank you, sir. You know why? Because most of the media fraternity in Guyana are sodomites. They're men, anti-men. They're pretty boys. Fenomene. Left hand right. Rocket. Yes, they had a gay pride parade and they went to say Satan is our father, and they're telling the truth. But when we are on this assignment we have right now, they're going to tell you all you have to be more tolerant, more loving, more patient. You have to be so aggressive. You fall in the love of a man who's always so serious and he got to talk so harsh to people. Why must I smile at sodomite? No.
Why not? I just said we have to have some sort of respect. So I said,
right. And your children are under threat if you don't realize it yet. The children of Guyana is the target of sodomites. You might as well get it. Shimari, hand is up. Let's read it hard.
It was the same thing in America before 4 years ago. With the adults didn't agree with it, at least not as much.
Right.
But they targeted the children, and when those children got older,
tell them, baby. Tell them, sweetheart. Tell them, please. Exactly. In 1960, thereabout. And I close. The same pictures close 5 times. I close second 5 6. But close this time. In 1960s, a woman. In the 1960s, maybe early 1960s, not 2005. In the 1960s, a woman was called the mother of the movement said then America was as straight as an arrow. Sodomite couldn't survive in the US then because it was very vicious. She said, you reject us now in the 1960s. You all are against us now in the 1960s. You will never accept us now in the 1960s, but here are her words. She said, we shall go after your children, and they shall become like us. Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, all of those are born out of that period that she talked about. In the 1960s, she said, and she didn't stop. She said, this is how we will get your children to defend us, which are not the grown 40-year-old, 50-year-old people. She said, this is how we're going to do it. Television shows, news. We shall place them in strategic places of leadership, where you have to respect them, because it will inspire your children. What happened now? Toy Story 4, all of them, one by one they come in on the pipe. You look at all them like Netflix series you got. They have to include some sodomite in it.
Yes.
And church people are sitting on before the television and watch two men kiss. And that's such a big that. In advertisements now, they're advertising things and what do you see? A woman kiss a woman, a man kiss a man, and the church thinks it's normal. If you can't be offended by this, you are a part of the problem.
Amen.
You're passive sodomite.
Thank you. I don't watch TV. I watch in terms of no show movie. I watch man riding bicycle. I tell people all the time. Because you ride fast and you fall, you break up your hand, bust it there. At least I see something real raw. I don't have no soft sport no more. Sometimes I watch football. I don't watch cricket anymore. Because Australia got an anti-man in the team. I thought I was straight. Who came out of the closet? I ain't watching cricket anymore. I'm done with that. Because when our West Indian boy tell him like you like me, they find the guy. Yes, don't play with this.
Yes, they find him.
And GTT fella. Big and bold. And Psycho the Saint on the other side of the platform. Saints, we have to stand for righteousness, please, man. See? This is a serious time we live in, saints. And if my intolerance bothers you, teacher ever said it right. I'm not homophobic, I'm more intolerant. I don't fear any sodomite. I'm intolerant of their behavior. Because they are the only group of people who force you to accept them as they are. And change what you think to accept them. We're in a serious age. And the churches can't talk. They can't talk. You can follow me very carefully, please. Y'all can't see, but there was one Facebook later. Or you can stand up and see what I'm doing now. But I sat at church and see them come on the keyboard and they fix their coat. I sat and saw full-blown sodomite and they love keyboard. And they come to sing, let me my piece, because we don't talk. Let me my piece, let me show. You gotta put it on. And they're ready to sing. Saints, they're praising, they worship, they got worship as they call them leader. Come on, somebody, put your hand together for Lord this afternoon. Come on. Bless it. Bless somebody, bless the Lord. And their pants tight, like the times you live in. Come on, somebody, come on, say, put your hands together for Jesus. Come on, bless him. And church people standing and clapping. And Brother Pastor knows it because he's popular. Let him sing. Tony was married. Most of you don't know Tony. Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. That same fella was a married man. And said after being married for years, I was not born to live with a woman. I'm free to be with men. And Bishop Charles Blake, Magic Johnson pastor, got him in the church singing as a full-blown sodomite. And you say that I'm angry. So why must we be angry? And Magic's son is a full head.
Can't tell him anything.
Apostle, why are you so aggressive for this behavior? You better understand what happens when you are on assignment. My assignment is just what I'm doing right now. My assignment is to challenge a way of thinking, challenge an agenda for the church to understand that these people have nothing in this thing for it.
Amen.
That is my assignment. It's not going to change. I tell you about the meeting they had on. The Sodomites had a meeting on Nigel London. And even the captain is lawyer. Because one of them came out of the meeting and said, boy, we had a meeting on Nigel London, a pastor London. And at the meeting they said, we got something on every preacher in Georgetown. But this man, that we can't find nothing. You mean nobody never give him money, nothing? And the Sodomites said, they all felt concerned because they can't find anything to say. They came and made some donation, or I had somebody this and somebody that. In Yahweh is a preserver of those who are righteous. Even if you got a problem and you stand for righteousness, He shall defend you all the days of your life.
Apostle,
Yes, they are.
the thing is about these Sodomites, even if they don't know anything about you, they
They find things to say.
Because I was reading some of the comments, and a wicked, yes, he is wicked,
Right.
turned to talk about you in somebody's house and his wife. I'm saying to myself, you made a mistake by mentioning the wife.
Right.
But your wife had to go and pull you out. I'm like, the wife? Really?
But you would have said, I'm pulling the man out?
Yes, I'm saying he made a big mistake. You should have lied and leave the wife out. Because
Right.
he's a big liar.
Wow. I haven't seen that one because I don't really have to say most of the time.
I had to do it.
You know,
You should have left the wife.
Yes, I saw
3 years ago, 2 years ago, Joel Simpson still waiting for the letter for the receipt from the hotel where they were
Exactly.
saying
Liars.
I was with him in some hotel sometime. They said, how long you got to take to show somebody else in the hotel? I tell you all before, buddy. Listen to me. Man, me and another man? The thought of it drives me crazy. How could a man look at another creature like himself? Hard like yam that can't boil. A man with a man?
Abomination.
Come on, man. Yes, sir. So they said, I am waiting to see in this nation what happens. Guyana, you have to be careful. Church, be careful. There is a generation that will arise in Guyana that will not tolerate this behavior. There's a generation that will arise in certain nations of the world that will not tolerate this behavior. I'm saying it prophetically this afternoon. They are young men and young women growing daily who will be savage towards this behavior.
Yes.
Because Yahweh will never let this world be governed by Sodomites. Never will He sit and watch it happen. If the agenda that will cause His wrath to be poured out to be managed for 49 years. They know what happened. They know what happened. But I bless you all this afternoon. And I'm grateful to be able to stand in truth and righteousness. And I say again, because the record has shown, Mr. Simpson, let them produce the certificate, the receipt, that I was with some man. I am daring them to do these things. And that's why they said I have the problem. Because my statement wasn't, how, like men of God would say, men of God, how dare you talk about me? Touch on the laws and all that. I don't have to that foolishness. I said to them, show it. Publish it for all the world to see. 3 years passed and they can't show it yet. Publish it. The invitation is still extended. Any one of you Solomons who want to show can hear. to have a public discourse or confrontation. You are free to do so.
Oh, he said he was bringing the person to show the stab mark he got, by the
Yes,
way.
I got that too.
Yes, all of that.
Let us stand for the visiting for a while. People, thank you all so much. I praise Yahweh.